What's poppin' YouTube, man? It's your boy Yak. Some of y'all may know me as Yak Reacts with the YouTube UK drill music videos, but right now I'm NBA Yak. This channel will be all about basketball. In our first video is Stephen A. Smith reveals one thing that will keep LeBron James on the Cavaliers. And I say the one thing that actually might keep LeBron James on the Cavalier will be a Paul George coming there, keeping Kevin Love. Maybe a Kawhi Leonard coming there, keeping Kevin Love. Now, this is the iffy thing I would say about Kawhi going to Cleveland. Because he already, I saw this on Bleacher Report, him saying that wherever he goes, he's not staying because he wants to play in LA. Now, I think they can get, LA might be able to get Ingram, we're going to say Ingram and Randall for Kawhi. That could be big for the Spurs to get Ingram and Randall for Kawhi and maybe a draft pick for the next year, or who knows. But as far as LeBron going, I could say him getting Paul George or Kawhi staying with Love will keep him in Cleveland. We about to see what Stephen A. Smith gonna say though.
For LeBron to actually stay in Cleveland.
Right, it's not, I mean, what can the Cavs really do? No one wants to be in Cleveland, sign with the Cavs, and what do they really have? I think the answer to what it's going to take to keep LeBron there is what happens elsewhere. In other words, if there's no good landing spot or perfect landing spot for him, then Cleveland maybe turns out by default to be the best place. For example,
now,
if the Lakers...
I saw something about him going to OKC. I couldn't see that. Him and West on the same team with Melo. Melo already signed his 1-year contract to stay there. They would have to get rid of George, Sabrinas. They're not getting rid of Adams. They would have to get rid of George, Sabrinas, and like draft picks for the next 3 years. Paul George contract will obviously go to LeBron. I can't see that happening.
Simply don't have enough to get Kawhi over there, and Paul George decides, you know what, I'm good in OKC, right? That takes the Lakers out, and all of a sudden you start to look in other places. Well, how about Houston? What if Houston can't clear the decks to fit another max contract in? Or Markelle Fultz in Philadelphia, the shot doesn't come along, right? And so, as Aaron Smith is a little farther away than people would like. All of a sudden, well, Philly maybe, because Philly, if Markelle Fultz can shoot, that's a whole other story, but right now he can't. And all of a sudden they're a little thin after they're big too. And maybe LeBron, especially since Simmons can't shoot and LeBron needs to handle the ball, maybe it's not a perfect fit there or a really good one.
That's what I was saying.
Opinion. So you take Philly out, you take Houston out because they have cap problems, and Daryl Morey somehow we all assume he can
take the
swing.
Spurs out.
But let's say he can't. That's possible too. And the Lakers out. And all of a sudden LeBron looks around and goes, I might as well stay put. I think externally things that happen are more likely to keep LeBron there than anything the Cavs can do.
Yeah, I see that.
I've been told that the only thing that will keep LeBron James in Cleveland is if his lovely wife Savannah and those 3 beautiful children of his say daddy, or her husband or his wife says, honey, we want to stay in Cleveland. That's the only thing that's going to keep him in Cleveland. Everything.
His son already committed to a school in LA, so that makes no sense, Stephen A. Smith.
That one of the things that LeBron James is incredibly grateful for, he religiously brings up, is the sacrifices that his family and loved ones have made for him.
Right.
Knowing where he wanted to be, what decisions he wanted to make, and why. If there's one blessing that we don't articulate enough, is the support that he has. His mom, his wife, his kids, his inner circle with Randy and Mav and Rich. Adam Medelson is his guy. D. Wade is his big brother. Wherever he turns, he's got an inner circle that's unwavering in their love and support for him and whatever he has wanted to do. If he is still of that mindset, obviously they will ride with him. But LeBron seems
But to go to
have gotten
Houston, you
to
got
a
to get
point
rid of
where
Eric Gordon and Ryan
it's clearly not
Anderson.
going to be about
They
what
center.
he wants
You can't do
asking
that.
them to make yet
Can't do
another
that.
sacrifice.
I say Paul
It's
George go
also
to
going to
Houston,
include
not
more
LeBron.
so what they want and what's going to make them happy as well. Now, obviously, they will probably say, whatever makes you happy. They'll flow with that. But I'm talking about his own innate sensibilities. This man loves his family, and he loves his friends, and he loves his inner circle. And when you have a cadre of people that want to do something else, assuming that ends up being the case, then I think now more so than times in the past, is it going to dictate what he decides to do. He went to Miami. He got a championship, went to 4 straight NBA Finals. He went back home to Cleveland because there was unfinished business, and he just couldn't end his career having failed to deliver a championship to the city of Cleveland and that northern Ohio area. That's exactly what he
much as
ended up
I hate
doing,
LeBron,
taking
I
them to
respect
4
his
straight
game,
NBA
you
Finals
know.
and winning
I hate
more.
LeBron.
So he's now
I'm an
graduated to
OKC
the point
fan.
where he doesn't owe anybody anything. He's fulfilled and addressed all of his debts, emotionally, literally, and otherwise. And now it's about going forward. And I think that's where he's at right now. I think that's what it comes down to.
Happy wife, happy life. That's what they say, fellas. What?
So they basically saying wherever his family go, that's where he wants to ultimately go. I say what Max said made more sense. Depending on what teams around him are doing is going to decide whether he stays in Cleveland. He wants to go to LA. He might go to Houston. That's the only 2 teams I can see him. I can't see him going to the Sixers because Ben Simmons can't shoot. They don't got enough shooters around them. Who knows if J.J. Redick going to resign? You know, Ben Simmons can't shoot. Or Joel Embiid don't shoot the 3 good enough to do kicking out with Joel Embiid at the 3, you know. Markel Fultz shot, you know. So I say, but if LeBron goes to the Sixers, obviously the role players are going to come because people want to play with LeBron. So the one thing I say about the Sixers, they got enough cap room to sign the surrounding shooters that LeBron needs, you know. Like who says Kyle Korver will follow LeBron to the Sixers just like Jones did when LeBron left the fucking Heat, Jones went with him, you know? So we shall see where he goes. Ultimately, I think he goes to Houston or he stays with Cleveland. But they're going to get rid of J.R. Smith. They're getting rid of George Hill. They're getting rid of all them surrounding pieces that they just signed this year. They're going to try to start over. I say you keep Kevin Love, you keep LeBron, keep Tristan Thompson, and you try to rebuild to keep LeBron there. That's ultimately what Cleveland Cavaliers are going to have to do, or he's going to Houston. That's it. Link to the original video, man. Y'all gonna know where that's at. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Your boy shit. It's NBA Yacht, man. Yeah, man. See y'all soon.